What's up, everyone? It's your man Kenneth Smith Jr. So I did not feel like making this video tonight, but I told myself, listen, you make this video, you get to watch Netflix. All right, so my number one rule to not worry about having a high limit on a credit card, I'm gonna answer in just a minute. So check this out. You may say, well, no, you need to get rid of that because that's dangerous. To who? To someone that's irresponsible. Listen, many people are paranoid about getting a credit card, and it's generally due to the poor mistakes of their parents or their friends' parents. Okay? You don't have to be like that. So, for example, there's so many good things I can do with my credit card. You know, I can use it for emergencies. If some random $20,000 thing came up or $30,000 thing came up, guess what? I can pay for it and then just pay it off either next month or within a few months, whatever. And, at my convenience. So you have that. You also have the rewards from the credit card. So for example, I opened up a credit card recently, and guess what? If you spend $3,000 in 3 months, you get a $500 cash back. Well, guess what? All I gotta do is pay my rent with it. You know, they charge a $35 fee to use a credit card. But guess what? 35 times 3 is 105. Guess what? I made a $395 profit, and I did nothing different than what I would have done. I don't have to ever use the card again. So that's just an example of how credit cards can be beneficial to you. You just have to be responsible with them. Also, having a higher credit card limit increases your credit score, okay? It shows banks that you can manage a high limit. I can trust you with a lot of money, okay? If I can trust you with a bigger loan than before. I can trust you with a larger credit card limit than before, okay? So there's so many benefits, and plus let's say your ratio that you have. So if you have a $5,000 or let's say a $10,000 limit on your credit cards, if you have because it factors in all of them. So if you have a $10,000 limit and you've used, let's say, $5,000, you're at 50%. But if you have a $10,000 limit, if you have a $100,000 limit and you use $5,000, you've only used 5% of your whole limit, which means that your credit card usage is actually under 10% still, and which is fantastic. That's what the banks want to see. So that is actually beneficial. You know, people say all the time, the banks would increase their credit limit, and they're like, oh my gosh, they start freaking out, and they call the banks and they want to cancel the credit card. Okay, that ain't cool. You don't want to do that. Okay, so to the point, let me get to my number one rule to not worrying about high credit card limits. Here it is. You never put on a credit card what you don't have in the bank. So if you have $2,000 in the bank, okay, or $2,000 saved, you better not put $3,000 on a credit card. I don't care what your limit is, because it's not money that you really have, unless it's a tremendous emergency, like it's to keep someone alive or something, some medical expense. But besides that, listen, don't put $3,000 on there if you only got $2,000 saved up. If you have $20,000 saved up, don't put $25,000 on there. If it's manageable, like if you have $10,000 saved up, it's okay to put about $4,000. To me, it depends on your income, though, what you can manage, because you can always pay it off whenever you want and still live comfortably. So that's how I've been able to manage and never be late and never even have to worry about credit cards. Is I've always used a whole lot under my limit, and I pay it off real quick. So thank you so much for watching this video. Click the subscribe button. I will see you in the next one.